Welcome back, football fans. So nice to see you again. Here we are, once again, your favorite time and your favorite place. I am the kid, Theo, aka the fuck Prince of Narnia, aka Danny Bananas, with, as usual, Derek, aka the Squiggle Master. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Fucking crazy week. I think that it was a weird week of football. It was a weird week in general. It got really cold. It was really snowed a little bit. Wasn't feeling it. So the week was okay, but I don't know. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. That's all I got. That's all I got right now.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. And you know what wasn't all right, but was spectacular was the week of football we had to watch this week. I mean, Sunday morning, all we really had to see was that Giants Eagles game, which of course was a slapdick affair, as we assumed. And you called on Sunday morning that this might be the best week of football that we've seen so far this year. And you know what? I think everybody stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
I think everybody was ready
You
to
know,
go. So let's jump right into
you,
it and go ahead.
I was gonna say, even though all we did have was you hear it and it's like all we did have was the Giants Eagles. Oh, that fucking sound like it sucked. It's actually a pretty decent game. I mean, it wasn't. It didn't disappoint with the standards we usually would give those games.
That's fair. Yeah, it was maybe not between the two best teams, but it still had some action. And easily the biggest play of the night was made by that old motherfucking turf monster who is out here tripping up Daniel Jones on the 80-yard run. Probably the biggest blooper of the year so far. If you didn't see the play, please go look up the play because you're missing out. Daniel Jones takes off down the field completely, no one around him, no green jerseys, and then all of a sudden, fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost comes flying in. I didn't know Casper was an Eagles fan, but well, we all learned something this week. And he took Daniel Jones out, like maybe, I don't know, 20, 25 yards away from the end zone. You would have
Yeah.
had probably the best play of his entire career.
I mean, it very considering who he is and what he does, it could have been. It would have been up there in play of the year. I think it would have made top 10 play of the year if he would have scored.
If he scored, all he had to do was not fall on nothing. Imagine that.
And well, there's a bright side to it though.
Oh, please share the bright side.
He clocked in faster than any of Lamar Jackson's runs this whole season. So you heard it here. Daniel Jones faster than Lamar Jackson.
You also heard it here. I mean, Daniel Jones. I mean, he's the next Lamar Jackson. Maybe not in terms of MVP, but in terms of dual threat ability, just like tearing up defenses. I mean, from what I'm hearing, he's more dangerous than Lamar Jackson.
I mean, he's had a longer run this season too than Lamar Jackson. He's probably
So,
throwing for more passing yards than Lamar Jackson.
I'd believe that.
I mean, Lamar, get it together, kid.
True. So Danny Donners becomes Danny Dash. Good to know. Love to hear it.
But he ain't no Danny Banana.
That's true. There's only one Danny, but now it's right fucking here. In kicker news, of course, always important to highlight the kickers. Back-to-back weeks, we had a kicker put their team on their back. Back-to-back weeks, these kickers kicked 6 field goals to be the only points of the game to secure their team the win. I'm talking about all about that bass, all about that bass. No trouble, kicking 6 for 8 field goals. I mean, it wasn't 100% like the man Brandon McManus last week, but he scored every single point in the Bills' 18-10 win over the Jets, which we knew was going to happen, but hey, we were supposed to see MVP candidate Josh Allen come out and do his thing, but those talks have quieted down recently, don't you think?
Dude, this is what I've longed for. This. How can I say this to be nice and not overreact? But how the fuck are you a Super Bowl contender with the Buffalo Bills? Oh, this and that, and you can't even score a touchdown against the New York Jets? You can't even score a touchdown? Come the fuck on. These are the games that you want it. but you barely won it. Like the Jets had the lead, like basically the whole game, like until like the end, almost end of the third quarter or something like that. Like you're just lucky the Jets didn't break off a random play. Like to be completely honest, like I think you need to figure it out up there in the fucking Buffalo. You need to circle that fucking wagon and get shit back on track because it's not looking good for you, in my humble opinion.
I can't disagree with you. I mean, 18-10 tells me that the Jets offense outperformed the Bills offense.
I mean, they're the only one that scored a touchdown.
Yeah. So shout out Tyler Bass. Shout out special teams. I mean, if you're gonna hate the kickers when they do bad, you better love the kickers when they do well.
You best believe I fucking Harrison fucking Bucker's pissing me off a little bit. I want to talk about him real quick. If we're on kickers, you need to get your shit together, guy. You're not gonna fucking come out and dominate and then start missing fucking extra points left and right. Pissing me off.
Sorry. I'm glad you could get that out of your system.
Fucking God, dude. Fucking I don't feel comfortable when he kicks a field goal anymore. I really don't. I'm sorry.
Well, at least you have an offense who can put it in the end zone, and even if you score 6 points every time, it'll come out in the wash.
It's fair.
Thrilling game this week in Cincinnati in the Ohio matchup. Always exciting. But I can't even say that without laughing. Between first overall picks, Baker Mayfield and Joe Burrow, and in the first meeting between Mayfield and Burrow, Baker Mayfield, fucking spicy, coming out winning that first matchup. He threw 297 yards, completing 79% of his passes and throwing 5 touchdowns. I mean, hands down his best game of the season. Not only that, but he did not have Nick Chubb, and he did not have Odell Beckham Jr. with him. So he was making it work with all the guys on his field, whether it's Harrison Bryant, who we're going to talk about a little later. The guy who caught the game-winning touchdown is Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Hell yeah.
If you didn't watch Michigan football, then you have no fucking clue who Donovan Peoples-Jones is.
Fuck, I didn't watch the Browns game, and I fucking know who that is. No, I'm kidding. No, dude. Like, come on, man. Like Baker. Do we need to do the Browns need to trade everybody away so you can play good? Like, do you need to have no talent on the field? I'm not gonna say no talent because you saw Jarvis Landry, Kareem Hunt, not OJ Howard, but fucking the other tight end. I forgot his name. He's injured, I believe. Who? Njoku, but I think he's injured. I think that's why we're gonna be talking about Harrison Bryant. I can't remember, but yeah, so talent goes down, productivity goes up. It makes no sense, but I like it. So let's not disregard the fact that it was a shootout. Joe Burrow went out and did his job. He had 4 total touchdowns, thrown for 3. He had a really good day as well. 407 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. He had a really good day too. It was a shootout. Joe Burrow did what he was supposed to do. 2-minute drill, scored with 66 seconds left. Baker Mayfield, we all thought it was going to be overtime. He just came out and balled out and fucking he fucking balled. It was a great game. That might have been my game of the that would have been like probably one of my favorite games of last week was the Browns Cincy game, which ironically enough because the fucking Battle of Ohio and it's you know.
Well, I like that you called that your favorite game of the week, and I'm gonna hold you to that one, Big Country. Let's put an earmark on that one.
I know you're probably. I already know what you're gonna say. I already know.
That's right. We're talking about another one of the top matchups this week when the Washington football team took on the Dallas Cowboys this week, and yeah, more of the same for the Cowboys. I think they put up 3 points in 2 straight weeks, or that's at least what it feels like. I just got some football team players that I feel the need to highlight. Cole Holcomb. If you don't know who Cole Holcomb is, buy stock in Cole Holcomb right now. He's shown to be a solid young player. In only 19 games in his career, his stat line against the Dallas Cowboys, he had 5 combined tackles, a sack, a tackle for loss, 2 QB hits, an interception, and a pass deflection. He stepped up big time against a divisional opponent. I felt like I was seeing him all over the field. Really nice. Love to see Cole Holcomb go out and get his. And then I also got to talk about football team running back Antonio Gibson, who had his best career game with 128 total. 128 total yards and a touchdown, averaging 6.4 yards a carry against that abysmal Cowboys defense. And while we're on that topic, basically, if you're a gambling fan in sports, if you like to gamble on sports games, my advice to you is to pick against the Cowboys through the rest of the year. If you are a fantasy player and you play fantasy in the NFL, pick up 3 people. The defense that's going against the Cowboys, the top running back that's going against the Cowboys,
Okay.
and the backup running back that's going against the
Okay.
Cowboys. Because clearly everybody's eating. Sad to see. It's getting kind of pathetic at this point. Looking for the Cowboys to turn it around. Big country. Any thoughts on this wild NFC East matchup we had?
Yeah. It just didn't look good. Clearly there's issues somewhere. Is it coaching? Is it like we there's everything going around in the NFL right now. Like what's the issue? Obviously we know what the main issue is that the defense fucking sucks and Dak's not on the field. Those are the 2 telltale signs. None of this coaching shit was an issue until Dak went down. I felt like people got to put blame somewhere. I could still see how it could be coaching, but what I've seen today over the past 2 days, Jerry Jones has released Everson Griffin. Traded Everson Griffin. Traded him.
So they traded Everson Griffin and they released Dontari Poe and Daryl Worley.
Yep. Which good. I mean, if it ain't working, try to fix it. So I think the Cowboys know that this year's a wash essentially, and I think they're just trying to figure it out. They're trying to. The thing is that they know that the ironic of it all is that they're still in playoff contention. So I don't know. I feel like I would still love if you're playing the defense, play them. Zeke would be the only Zeke, Amari Cooper are the only 2 reliable Cowboys I would go with. And at that point, Amari Cooper is still like we know Zeke's gonna get touches, but is Amari Cooper gonna be the Ben DiNucci's favorite receiver? Who fucking knows? So it's weird over there in the NFC East as per usual.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, we said it in episode 1 that the NFC East is either going to be Super Bowl favorites or completely dog shit top to bottom. And it doesn't take an avid football fan to figure out which one that they are this year.
Bro. So
let's talk about something a little more uplifting than that slapdick affair. Byron Pringle. I mean, if you're not an avid Chiefs fan or don't watch Chiefs games regularly, you might not know who Byron Pringle is. But after this week, you definitely have seen Byron Pringle's 102 kickoff return touchdown.
Yeah.
Which is the first kickoff return touchdown of the year. So Byron Pringle making some history this year in 2020. Just some things for us to point out. That was Byron Pringle's first kickoff return of the year. It's the 4th time he's touched the ball all year. The other 3 times he's touched the ball were all receptions, and he is averaging 23 yards a catch. I'm going to say that again. This guy you've never heard of for the Kansas City Chiefs is getting 23 yards a catch. He also has, I got to call that a special teams tackle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
How can't you? This McCall Hardman is our returner for kickoffs. Typically, he's our returner for punts. Don't know why McCall Hardman wasn't in on this one, but I'm really happy he wasn't. Because Byron Pringle, he made the trifecta that any football player loves to hear when an NFL team can score on offense, defense, and special teams. That's like the best thing you can hear, and the Chiefs did it this week. And all thanks to Byron Pringle. It wouldn't have happened without you, bud. He's been on the team for a few years now. He doesn't come in much. He's our fifth, because it would be what? It would be Tyreek, Sammy, DeMarcus, McCole, Byron. Yeah, so he's our fifth receiver. He doesn't come in much, but I guess when he comes in, fucking look out for him.
I mean, he's coming in hard. Yeah, it just goes to show you that you got to know where number 13 is on the field, or he's gonna torch you.
Gotta get that torch stick going.
Absolutely. So on to my favorite game of the week. My favorite game of the week was this Sunday night absolute banger between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. I'm gonna highlight my favorite play of the night, and then I'm gonna highlight my favorite player of the night. So my favorite play, and probably the top play that happened through the game, everybody can agree with that, especially Pete Carroll, was when Russell Wilson threw an end zone touchdown to Budda Baker, and Budda Baker was screaming towards the end zone. You've seen all green grass in front of him, and then this dude DK Metcalf ran him down with one of the best hustle plays that I've seen all year. The only one I would compare to was the JJ Arcega-Whiteside touchdown that we talked about a week or two ago. But to see DK Metcalf break off of his route and chase down Budda Baker, who is, if not the top safety, he's one of the top safeties in the whole league.
I would feel comfortable saying that he is the top safety in the league right now, just based off of pure production. He's. I mean, if you didn't watch that game, if you watched that game when Seattle was on offense, you heard Budda Baker's name every other play.
Absolutely.
He was everywhere. So I would feel comfortable saying that right now he is the best safety. I'm not sure. Maybe Minka Fitzpatrick. That might be another one. I mean, you could say Tyrann Mathieu, but I don't even think Tyrann Mathieu is just more of a consistent player. Like in this day and age, he's not really like a top 2 safety. Like, you know, he's top. He's probably 5 or 6 or something like that. Jamal Adams is injured, so like, yeah, I would have no.
That's the only other person I would maybe say is Jamal Adams.
That's what I'm saying. Like just based off of what we're going through, like, it's definitely Budda Baker.
But just a little bit more about this DK Metcalf. I wanna highlight some of the numbers from that single play. From where he started before the snap up until where he tackled Budda Baker, he ran 114 yards on that one play.
114?
So the entire length of the football field and then some. His top speed chasing down Budda Baker, he hit 22.6 miles an hour.
Holy shit.
His fastest. So DK Metcalf, faster than Daniel Jones. You heard it here first. And I mentioned Pete Carroll before. Pete Carroll called that the play of the century.
Really?
He said it was the play of the century. And you know what? If we're looking at this from a pure football standpoint, from the chase down tackle, from the decision to just go get it, that alone would have been a great football play. But the fact that he decided to go get it with that much conviction, to run 23 miles an hour, to chase down one of the best DBs in the whole league, I mean, I could see it as the play of the century. I think we'll see that play later in top 100 plays of the year.
I think the big thing that came out of it too, I'm not sure. I think you mentioned it. I'm not sure. But the fact that play, not only did it prevent a touchdown, the defense stopped them from scoring too. Like, they went for it on 4th down and they stopped them. They got 0 points because of that tackle.
They got a field goal because of that tackle.
No. They went. I'm pretty sure they went for it on 4th down and they got stopped.
I'm pretty sure they got a field goal. I'm pretty sure he saved the touchdown, but
no,
they got the field goal.
I'm gonna look it up.
We're doing some research.
DK Metcalf. So yeah, I don't.
We're looking this up. This is important.
It is important. Seattle Terran line in the second quarter, and the play wasn't caused by Metcalf. Yeah, and Arizona failed to score on a subsequent drive after receiving possession, and the Seahawks entered the halftime with a 20-14 lead. They did not. They didn't even kick a field goal. They can't kick a field goal with 14 points. You don't have that. They stopped them on fourth down. They went for it on fourth down, and they got stopped.
You got me on this one.
That was the craziest thing about it. That's what I thought was that's why, like, obviously the play was huge too. Like, no one's like neglecting that, but the fact that it stopped 7 points, we all thought it was going to stop 4 points. You know, it was going to be a field goal and blah blah blah. But the fact that if they would have kicked the field goal, it wouldn't have been overtime. If the DK Metcalf gave Arizona the chance, or not Arizona gave Seattle the chance to win the game. But that's just a different story because it's weird when you give Russell Wilson a second chance, especially in overtime, and he doesn't capitalize.
Not only did he not capitalize, but he threw the interception that set up the game-winning field goal.
Yeah. So
speaking of the winners of that football game, got to talk about Kyler Murray. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not particularly a Kyler Murray fan. I think he's one of those guys who makes his reputation more on his legs than with his arm.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say, that Sunday night game showed me that he can slang and bang with just the best that we have in the league. He went to overtime with Russell Wilson in a must-win divisional game. And, I mean, he played his ass off. He had 70% completion rating, going for 360 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, you'll take that any game of the week.
Yeah.
Even if it's overtime, that's just what you look for in your quarterback. Even though he had 1 touchdown, and I'm seeing that he had two fumbles. Interesting, but hey, I'll still take it. His team won. You can't be mad at it.
I'm not gonna lie. I expect Kyler Murray to turn the ball over once a game. He's done it. I think he's done it almost every game this season, if not every game. So like the fact is that this fucking 5'2" guy comes around and just starts slinging the rock, starts fucking making plays with his feet. It's not that he's even fast on his feet. Like, Lamar Jackson's fast on his feet. Kyler Murray's fast, but he's also shifty. Like, he reminds me a lot, like, that's one reason why Tyreek Hill is so good. It's because it's not that because he has the vertical speed, we all know that. But that when he has the ball, he's so shifty. And Kyler Murray is the same way, and it's amazing when he does with the ball on the ground. So, yeah, at the beginning of the year, I thought people were crazy when they were like potential MVP, Kyler Murray. But like now, like through 7 weeks, I'm like, I could see it.
I mean, I don't think we can see it, partly because of what you said, that he turns the ball over pretty consistently. I think DeAndre Hopkins has a better chance of getting MVP than Kyler Murray. At least I hope.
No, I'm just saying, like, I could see why people thought Kyler Murray could be MVP.
Yeah.
So I want to take the lead way on this.
Please.
I want on this next segment. We're gonna go to the Bears-Rams game.
Please.
And I try to love the Bears. I thought Mitch fucking getting benched was the best thing to happen to the Bears. But the fact that Nick Foles, fucking big dick swinging Nick, scored. Hear me out. Hold on. Let me say this very slowly for the people in the back. 1 touchdown in 8 quarters. The offense scored 1 touchdown in 8 quarters. It's fucking. That's abysmal. That's abysmal. The only touchdown scored by the Bears in the past 8 quarters, or well, the besides that 1 touchdown, was a defensive touchdown by Eddie Jackson. So it's the run game. They need to get the run game figured out. That's how they're going to win the games. They need to be able to slow down these games. They're not playing well, and then plus when the other side of the ball, the best player on the other team is the punter, putting you fucking in the 5 yard within the 5 yard line 3 times in one game. Like, if you can't score, let alone get out of your fucking side of the field. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I was holding this back, dude. Like, the Bears, you got to figure it out. This is why no one believed that you were a true 5-1 team. because you guys are not playing like you should be playing. The thing is that Pat McAfee said it best. It was on his podcast. He said this is going to be the Bears are going to be the team this year that they're an 8-8 team, but a few things went right and they're a 10-6 team, or a few things go wrong and they're a 6-10 team. Kind of like the Chargers. The Chargers lost by one score like 2 years ago. Like every 12 games of the year they lost by one score. Like I feel like this is what the Bears have to figure it out. I'm gonna chalk this one up to play calling might be an issue. Ultimately, because I don't think you can blame Nick Foles. Like he's a veteran, he knows what he's doing. He's already called out. Nick Foles has called out Matt Nagy, saying that the play calling's not the best.
I mean, no arguments here. I mean, I've been supporting the Bears this season. Even though I'm not calling them Super Bowl favorites or even NFC North favorites. I mean, the things that they're doing when it's clicking, I feel like they could go up against any team and give them the business when they're doing it right. And like you said, the past couple weeks hasn't exactly been going right. But I want to talk about the run game that you were just talking about. Even though it's not been the best, I've been very impressed with David Montgomery over his whole career, and I just see him getting better and better. I think he's a true every down back. He's showing that now that Tariq Cohen is out. He showed his ability to receive the ball. He's solid. He is pretty solid in averaging 3 yards a carry. I mean, he's just like the perfect 3 yards in a cloud of dust running back. I would take him as my running back number one any day of the week. Now, when the play calling is bad and the offensive line is playing inconsistently, it's going to make production look a little worse than it actually is. That being said, he had 14 rushes for 48 yards against the Rams that other night, and he earned every single one of his 48 rushing yards. That's a player that I would love to see on my team if I'm on defense, if I'm in the offensive line watching the film the next day. That's a player that I would love to block for. Do you have any thoughts on David Montgomery?
No, yeah, David Montgomery is great. I actually really that's one of the. I thought Nick Foles was gonna. And right now my bright side to this offense is AR-12 Junior and David Montgomery. And you're right though. The offensive line fucking it's bad. They have what fucking Jermaine Ifedi or whatever his name is. Left. He was a right tackle in Seattle. Now he's a guard or left guard or whatever. Like he's doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing. Like I feel like they gotta. I think it's coaching. I said this a few weeks ago that I think it might be coaching, and I think it is. I think the coaching's kind of gotten away from things at the same time. I get it that like you're also not dealt the best hands with the offense right now, but I think like Nick Foles said it, like you're calling plays that take time when there is no time. There's no time for Nick Foles to come back, step back and hold the ball for 3 seconds. And a really good play takes like I would say 4 or 5 seconds to develop. So you like they're not calling proper plays that will play to their strengths at the same time. I like the Bears too. I'm actually really high on the Bears this year. I want to say that too. I actually really like them. It's just they keep on finding a way to irritate me. I'm not saying I hate them, but like they're very, very, very irritating to me right now.
Well, I think Bears fans would absolutely be in that same boat as you. I don't feel uncomfortable saying that. But yeah, Bears just figure it out. Just get better. I mean,
Get better.
you got two self-admitted Bears haters cheering for you right now, and you can't even put it together. Not like when are you gonna put it together if you're not gonna put it together now?
I fucking our boy Harwin. I told him once fucking dipshit's out of the fucking starting lineup, I'm cool with the Bears, and he's out. So like I've been cool with the Bears. So
That I've been there too.
So yeah, there we go.
I want to talk about the running game for the other side of the ball. While I was impressed with David Montgomery, I was even more impressed with the duo of Darrell Henderson and Malcolm Brown. These are guys who have not been in the league for a terribly long time. Malcolm Brown's been in the league for 5 years. Daryl Henderson's this is his second year in the league. And the Rams are reminding me a lot of what the 49ers are doing because they split carries pretty evenly, 87 carries for Henderson, 65 carries for Brown. Daryl Henderson is definitely more of the slash and gas kind of guy who's maybe more the lead back. Like I said, Malcolm Brown's definitely more of the power guy, the goal line guy that they turn to. But they have the same number of touchdowns. They have pretty similar yards per carry. I've always been a fan of the running back by committee approach because no matter how good your lead running back is, he's not going to be as good if you're running him every single play.
Unless your name's Derrick Henry.
Well, even still, Derrick Henry, I mean, yes, he's good. He's one of the top running backs in the league, but he would not be as good as he was if they didn't have, I believe his name is Jeremy McNichols, who's proven himself not to be as good as Derrick Henry, but he does a lot of the same things, and he can catch the ball a little bit better from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Basically, I like to say, would you rather take Saquon Barkley on carry number 30, or would you rather take Latavius Murray on carry number 5?
I'd probably take Latavius Murray.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And obviously some backs turn that a little harder than normal, like Saquon or Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey, but eventually it gets to the point where you need another guy in there running the rock, taking hits, even if it's just a relief 5-8 times during a game. And I think the Rams are doing that as well as anybody, maybe not the 49ers, but that's their thing.
I think the big thing with the Rams is because they even sprinkle in a little Cam Akers, the rookie.
Yes.
I seriously think they're like, hey, they put 3 names in a hat. Like, oh, hey, Henderson, you're fucking, this is your week. You're gonna get most of the carries. The next week they're just gonna oh, hey, Malcolm Brown, your fucking turn. I seriously think that's how it goes because literally every week, like, you'll see Henderson with fucking 13, 14 carries and Brown with like 7. Then next week you'll see Cam Akers with 10. Everybody with fucking 6 and 7. Like, it's really weird. I actually, because like, and once again, you said Henderson's the slash and gash and Brown's the bruiser, but like sometimes they use Henderson as the bruiser in like goal line situations. So it's like, because like Henderson by no means is a small guy either. I've watched him. I think I watched him a couple times in the Bears game. Fucking go up and enforce contact. Or force contact. So it's really weird. I like it. I enjoy it. It does keep your players healthy. That's a big thing too. It keeps everybody healthy, and it takes the wear and tear off people. The only thing I can't say is I would say still Derrick Henry when he gets like 23, 25 carries, but those fucking 6 or 7 or 8 carries that he doesn't get, it does help him by the end of the season.
I mean, it has to, just because you said wear and tear. Like, the same guy getting hit for 25 times in a game, he's just not going to run the same as a guy who's taken 4 hits, names aside.
Yeah. That's very true.
So glad we agree on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of thick boy play of the week.
All right. I don't have one.
That's okay. I forgive you. My thick boy play of the week comes out from the game of the week in the Seahawks-Cardinals game. My thick boy of the week is big number 97, Poona Ford.
Hell yeah.
Ford clocks in at 5'11", 310 pounds.
Fucking unit.
That's to quote my boy Big Country, that's a brick shit house right there. Nothing else you could say behind that. I mean, he had 3 combined tackles, which is understandable from an interior defensive lineman, but the play that really stood out to me was the forced fumble that Ford had. And it's not like he made Kenyon Drake fumble or Chase Edmonds or Kyler Murray. DeAndre Hopkins, their wide receiver. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, he was fucking around near the line of scrimmage. He was, back cutting and spinning around and fucking around and doing all these fancy things that would trip up a cornerback or maybe even a bad safety. But I'll tell you, when 5'11", 310 pounds comes at you, it's coming at you different. You're not ready for that. You're ready for 180 pounds of poor tackling. When this guy comes at you, he's coming at you with bad intentions. He doesn't get to tackle the wide receivers a lot, so he's coming at you and he's coming at you angry. My favorite part about the play was not that he just ran into DeAndre or that he made a form tackle, which he did technically, but what Puna Ford did is he went for the ball. And I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but when 5'11", 310 pounds goes for the ball on this sorry, skinny motherfucker who's not expecting that, I mean, he's going to get the ball.
True.
So Puna Ford giving big guys a good name this week. I mean, you love to see it. And if you don't love to see it, if you don't like that, you don't like NFL football.
Go fuck yourself.
And go fight. If you don't chew Big Red,
Go fuck yourself.
word.
I know, but then fuck you. I'll say it right. I'll say it right.
appreciate it.
Oh no, but who was it? Whoever the announcer was, I forgot who it was. They said it perfectly. They said, when you're a receiver and you're at the line of scrimmage for more than fucking 6 seconds, 5 seconds, eventually you're gonna get clobbered by a fucking lineman.
Yes.
Like you should not be at the line. Like there's a reason why you're a receiver and you're never at the line of scrimmage for that long, or you're catching a screen pass away from all the big bodies, because they'll kill you.
Agreed.
So yeah, love it. Go fuck yourself, Theo.
That's week 7 for you. Let's look on to week 8. And the first game I think we got to talk about is the game that's going to happen in about an hour here from our filming at this time. NFC South rivals, Panthers taking on the Falcons. I mean, the inspiration for my jersey tonight, I'm rocking Agent 89, Steve Smith Sr., one of the greatest receivers to ever play the game. Quote me on it, I dare you.
Raven great.
What?
Raven great.
I mean, he is. He's probably one of the best Ravens receivers to ever play the game.
No, I'm just making a joke because, like, if you don't know, like, he's really known for what he did in fucking Carolina. He made his mark there.
Well, yes, he did. I would also be comfortable in calling him a Raven great as well.
I'm not denying it. I just wanted to make it a little funny. Okay, go fuck yourself again.
Well, excuse the fuck out of me for joining on and not picking up what you're putting down there.
Well, you know what? Start picking up and
right.
doing a little more.
So looking
down.
for a big game from the Panthers receivers tonight. Part of my inspiration for Agent 89. You got to pick the Panthers in this one. Teddy Bridgewater's playing all right. He's been playing all right. He's been getting it done for the most part. So I think that's going to be a good game to watch. We didn't really talk about it, but Falcons blew a lead last week. They're getting pretty damn good at that, to be honest. So I'm looking for that to happen tonight. Falcons, if I had to make a prediction on the game, Falcons winning half 1, Panthers winning half 2. Only one half matters. Let's be real.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's a divisional game. I think it might be a little high scoring, maybe like 28-25, 31-28. A little high scoring. Not like crazy, but a little high scoring. I will say this, Teddy Bridgewater is number 5 in the NFL right now for passing yards. He's playing quite well. But you know who number 1 is? Matty Ice.
Matty Ice.
So I think it could be a shootout, man. We all know Matt Ryan can sling the ball. We didn't know Teddy Bridgewater could sling the ball. Now he's slinging the ball.
Not like that, at least.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, no offense, but if Dak was in the league, he wouldn't be on that list because Dak would have took over one of those spots. So at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's one of the games you should watch if you're gonna watch a primetime Thursday night game. This is one of the games you should watch because fucking Lord knows that all the other fucking Thursday night games are meant for dick and balls.
Yeah, really, it's not too far off where we start seeing shit like Browns Texans on Thursday night, and you're like, wow.
I will not watch it.
You wouldn't watch Browns Texans?
I might watch Browns Texans, but if you give me Jets football team, I ain't watching that. That's gonna be the last thing I watch.
New York football team.
Fuck that. Washington F words and fucking Jets.
The Jets are words. Okay, moving on. Another divisional matchup that's going to be one to watch is the Steelers versus the Ravens. I mean, Steelers have a top-tier defense right now. The offense is clicking. It's looking really nice. They're the last unbeaten team in the AFC. going up against the reigning MVP Lamar Jackson. I mean, the sane mind picks Steelers this week just because they have it working on both sides of the ball, but it would be very appropriate for Lamar Jackson to come in and be like, "Oh, what's this? An undefeated record?" So that would be a nice game for him to put his season back together.
I think with this game, it could be a good game to prove that he can win the big games. Like he has not proven one fucking bit that he can win the big games.
I mean, how many playoff wins does he have?
I think he has the grand total of fucking none. So, I think that it'll be a nice stake on his fucking or patch on his shit, whatever you want to call it. Like I'm trying to think of some fucking shits. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice.
Yeah.
A nice fucking thing, but hey, get it done though. That's all I gotta say. You're coming off a bye week. The Steelers have come off 2 shootouts. Like, come on, figure it out. You got this. I don't see how the Ravens could lose it. I personally want the Ravens to win because that just puts the Chiefs farther back. If the Steelers win, so I would personally like the Ravens to win. Because we already have the tiebreaker over the Ravens anyway right now. So, that's just my personal stake in it. But I think it's going to be that game of the week. Potentially, we have another game we're talking about that might be the game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm with you. Even though I picked the Steelers to win, and I think they are going to end up winning. It would be nice to see the Ravens win just for the upset storyline, right?
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, like I could care less who wins. Like to be at the end of the day, like it doesn't really matter to me who wins. Just from this 1 week could decide something, but I doubt that it does, but it could. Right,
absolutely. But that'd be an interesting upset for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to take over Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. Is it at Pittsburgh or where's it at? I know that I know it doesn't matter, but
I couldn't tell you.
It's at Baltimore, so that's nice.
Right.
That's nice.
So that would add fuel to the fire of the old upset. Speaking of upsets, I was pushing for that. I was pushing for that segue. I don't know if you could tell, but I was. I don't know if
I might have been trying to stop it.
Upset alert! Kansas City Chiefs take on the New York Jets. New York Jets haven't won a game all year. Do they care? Hell no. They're coming in fired up, ready to go against the reigning Super Bowl champs, and I'm picking the Chiefs in this one.
What'd your dad say? I know your dad's a Jets fan.
My dad has said nothing. He knows what's up. He said nothing while he has not been surprised.
True. I don't see how the Chiefs lose it. And in normal circumstances, I'd be like, but because our defense could ruin it. But like our defense has played amazing this year. To be completely honest, from what it was last year to this year, we've been playing so well. So I just don't see how the Chiefs could lose it. In other news, it was Adam Rank that said this. This is a Le'Veon Bell revenge game. Let's make sure we get that right. And he said, how much does Andy Reid hate Adam Gase? And with that being said, is that Le'Veon Bell could easily get every fucking carry. Not every carry. Get 16 carries and Clydesdale gets only fucking 6.
I wasn't ready for Clydesdale.
That was good. That was pretty fucking...
I kind of like it.
That's kind of nice, right?
Or did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear that or did you make that up?
I heard it from a Mad YouTuber that I watched. Call him the Clydesdale.
That's not bad, man. That's better than CEH.
I like Clyde. I'm fucking Clyde.
Well, I mean, that's the best. I still haven't heard anything to beat Clyde. There goes Clyde. I still like that too, but Clydesdale, that could catch on.
I think so. So we might keep it in the old brain box. But
sure.
So yeah, and there was a game that Adam Rank talked about that it was a Michael Vick revenge game and Deshaun Jackson. Or it was when Michael Vick with Philly must have been played in Atlanta, I guess. That must have been the revenge game. And Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson torched him. I guess it was like a blowout. I don't know. I don't know the score. So I guess Andy Reid's not known for it, but like I think he said that because he knows that Andy Reid might give Bell the opportunity to fucking destroy the Jets.
I mean, that would be fun to see. Not only if Le'Veon Bell fucked up the Jets defense, but if the Jets defense started swinging heavy at Le'Veon Bell, that would be fun as well.
No, yeah, there's also that, but I mean, they have a hard hitter in Jamal. Oh, fuck. Damn it. They traded him.
Oh,
Never
but
mind.
they have a solid defensive line. I'm thinking of Pro Bowler Leonard Williams. Oh,
Oh, no. Did they just get rid of him like last week or something like that?
no, it was a couple years ago.
Was it a
But
couple years?
still, like,
They got rid of somebody big. Wasn't it Avery Williamson? Did they get rid of him?
oh, I hope not. I like Davey Williams.
I'm pretty sure. No, maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm fucking around.
Yeah, no, Avery Williams.
He's still on there. Well, that's the only bright side to that team. That whole team.
Thank God. Yeah, offense or defense.
Like
agreed.
they have a stud receiver in Robbie Anderson. Oh,
Oh,
fuck! He's playing tonight.
dude,
Shit.
For the Jets.
No, fucking Panthers, dude.
God.
It's all right. It's all right. They'll
I mean,
figure
at
it
least
out.
They have Nick Mangold. Oh,
Bro, at least their coach isn't Adam Gay. Oh, fuck.
Man, hey Jets. Shout out, like from a former New Yorker. Stop trading away your best players. Maybe keep them.
Maybe start thinking is my coach the problem? How many times has my coach ruined people's careers? We see Ryan Tannehill. He fucking got out of Miami, and boom, he's fucking making a name for himself.
Let's also throw Kenyon Drake into that.
Kenyon
conversation.
Drake, Minka Fitzpatrick. Like, God. So
I think we throw the whole team out, and we give Canada a football team.
let's just give them Trevor Lawrence at this point, though. Like, let's just give it to him.
Don't say it, bro.
I'm just saying, like, at this point, like,
He's going to Atlanta, and I'm sticking with that because thinking about Trevor Lawrence in the Jets uniforms, it makes me sad.
do you want him in a hot Atlanta?
Yeah, I want him in a hot Atlanta uniform, throwing tutties to Calvin Ridley.
Nice.
That's what I want.
Gotcha. All right, cool. All right, let's get to this next game. This next game, I'm intrigued about.
I'm also intrigued about it. How about you take the reins there?
Oh, that's for you guys.
Thanks, Dad.
It's the Rams versus the Dolphins. It's the Tua revenge game of nothing. It's fucking Tua's fucking debut against Aaron Donald.
Welcome to the league, buddy.
I think this is he's gonna figure out quick what NFL players hit like, but I think he's also gonna figure out quick if his hips right too. I think too. I think he has a decent game. I don't think he has like a great game. I don't think the Dolphins win it. I think maybe they do. Maybe Tua comes out and fucking Justin Herbert's them right now because Justin Herbert's playing fucking amazing. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a decent game. Dolphins. I'm gonna root against. I went against the Dolphins once and I regretted it. So I'm gonna go Dolphins in this one.
Sure. I mean the Rams. I mean they proved it against the Bears. When it works for the Rams, I mean they will beat any team in the league. I mean they have a combination of solid pass rush and then a defensive backfield that'll hold up. They have explosive wide receivers, a reliable run game, a quarterback who's finally got his head out of his ass. So it's going to be hard for me to pick against the Rams, especially in Tua's debut. But I do agree that the Dolphins could fuck around and come out with a win on this one. I got to go with the Rams, though.
Yeah, I can't have it happen to me again.
And I totally respect that because Gardner Minshew did you dirty.
You did. I love them both. But did you hear about Gardner Minshew? Did you hear about that?
No, talk to me.
He I guess he came out and he like tore some ligament in his thumb in week 5 and he's been playing still.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, like we said, that he's just a football player.
this is coming from a guy that tried to break his hand to get redshirted.
Yeah.
So I don't doubt it. I fucking still love the guy.
If you don't like Gardner Minshew, you don't like NFL football. I'm gonna say that right there.
Bro.
I don't care if you're a fan of one of his divisional rivals. If you don't like Gardner Minshew, there's something wrong with you.
Bro. I like it.
Yet another divisional matchup that we got to talk about is the Seahawks versus the 49ers. And I mean, we've talked about both these teams here and there, maybe as much or more than any other team out there, but that's going to be a hell of a game. The 49ers, I mean, they bring their lunch pail when they play against divisional opponents, and I think we're going to see that again against the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks bounce back from their loss against the Cardinals, hopefully, and they get their shit together. Not that it was too apart in the Cardinals game, but it would be nice to see Seattle get back in the win column.
Yeah, I think Seattle wins this game. I think it's gonna be hard for them to lose it. Um, I think the Niners are still gonna be all right, but yeah, I just don't see. It's like Aaron Rodgers. You don't see him losing 2 games in a row for the most part. You don't see Russell Wilson losing 2 games in a row. You don't see Tom Brady losing 2 games in a row. You just don't see it. So I don't see the Seahawks winning.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Russell Wilson, he's a hard guy to pick against most weeks, but this losing 2 in a row, especially to divisional opponents, I mean, he knows how tough this division is. He does not want to get behind in that scorecard for sure.
Yeah. This next game, I think we put it on here because it's going to be interesting. Saints Bears. It's gonna be a good game. I think it could be a good game. Like it's. I don't know. I feel like the game itself could be really good, or it could be. What the fuck was that? I'm hearing myself. Are you
You're
good?
hearing yourself?
Yeah. Can you hear me? All right, we're good.
Yes.
We're good. All right. So yeah, I think the Saints Bears. I think it'll be a good game. I think they'll fit someone's gonna be all right. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just confused that you said you're hearing yourself. I mean,
I
that's
was
how
hearing
you-
myself and it was coming off of something. Maybe it was from you. It wasn't from because I heard it in my ears. So it must have been like an echo somewhere. I don't know.
That's
I don't
how
know.
hearing.
Well, no, because if I take it out, I didn't hear it. So we'll be all right. All right, let's go.
Oh, okay. I'm with that. Saints Bears could be a good game depending on which Seahawks. Depending on which Bears show up, I think that's going to be vital to the success of this game.
Yeah.
This one's going to be tough for me to talk about, but I'm
You got
going to go
this.
for it. Sunday Night Football, Cowboys Eagles was supposed to be a triumphant declaration of the Cowboys taking control of the league. I feel pretty comfortable in saying that's not going to happen. I feel so comfortable about that in our main fantasy league, I took the 49ers defense out and I picked up the
hold on.
Philadelphia defense.
Sorry. You like your mic when you talked is like scrunched.
It's crunched.
Yeah, it's good now. It might be good. Start talking now. It was like a
Wait, do that again.
no.
Are you sure?
100%.
All right, someone clip that, please. Anyway, Cowboys Eagles. I gotta pick the Eagles on this one. I mean, I was talking to the good homie Mook about it, and he's made some very good points. The Cowboys just look sorry these days. They look like they reined it in, even though they're still somehow in prime position to win the division and get a home playoff game. They look like they packed it in for the season. So I'm picking the Eagles. Not only that, but it's going to be Ben DiNucci's. It looks like it's going to be Ben DiNucci's first career start on Sunday Night Football against division rivals in the Philadelphia Eagles, who I think are now the best team in the NFC East. Top to bottom, they look like the best team to me right now. And so it's going to be tough for Ben DiNucci starting off. I want to read something that our good homie Liam sent over to me earlier today. Maybe a little bit of shit talking, but I don't have to touch that right now.
All right.
I am reading to you Cowboys quarterback Ben DiNucci's LinkedIn bio from college. I believe he went to James Madison University. Yes, he went to James Madison. And this is his LinkedIn bio from when he was a senior in college. Quote, I am currently a senior communications major with a minor in general business at James Madison University. Along with being a student, I am also a member of the varsity football team where I have acquired critical time management and leadership skills that will transfer to the real world. I will be graduating in December of 2019. Tell me where in that point this guy has NFL dreams.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. This is a guy who's like, okay, I'm going to fuck around, play college football for James Madison, and then, communications and business, I'll get a real job and support me. No, no. Less than a year after graduating, he's the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think I think like the Eagles might be the better team, but I think the Cowboys get the dub tomorrow or Sunday. I think let's go boys, let's go boys. It's all right. No, dude, I don't trust the Eagles. I still don't like Carson Wentz. And Liam, it's hard to talk shit when your team's like 2-4.
Yeah, really. I'll jump on that. Like, just because the Cowboys are looking really bad, like they looked bad with Andy Dalton, and now Ben DiNucci is gonna it's gonna be a little bit worse. But just shut the fuck up.
You have one more win than him. Like,
Yeah, really.
Calm down. Maybe.
Against the Giants and C.J. Beathard.
Remember, you're still a part of the NFC East.
Yeah.
So, and the next game, the Monday night Giants versus Bucks. We're not going to talk about this long. The Bucks are going to destroy the Giants, I think, and yeah.
Bucks win, easy, no doubt. I'm not wondering if Tom Brady's going to play this game. I'm wondering how long he's going to play this game because it's going to be over by the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I will take the Cowboys being bad. Obviously, not your team is not going to be good every season. As long as they're better than the Giants, I'm good. Truly, we could go 2-14 in the year, sweep the Giants, and I'm like, you know what? It was a tough year, but we won the big games. So
you told me that like the first time, like not the first time we talked about football, but like when we first met and we started talking, and then we ended up talking about football. I think that like you've said that to me thousands of times. Like it doesn't matter if you guys lose 14 games as long as the 2 games you win is against the Giants.
And you know what? As bad as the Cowboys are right now, guess what? 1-0 against the Giants.
True.
So I'm still living, and we have until week 17 to figure it out.
True.
I'm good.
All right. Let's get these burnt takes.
I just burned my finger on these burnt
ow.
takes.
No, ow, no.
Fuck.
Ow. All right.
So fucking dumb. All right. My burnt take again comes from Brandon Mendoza, who, among other things, is in charge of the NFL overreactions articles. And last time that I talked about him was saying that Joe Burrow was the best number 1 overall draft pick for quarterback in the past 5 years. And I disagreed with that because I did not think that was an overreaction. I thought it was entirely realistic. Well, coming at you again is this pick that Brandon Mendoza is talking shit, and he was throwing out some overreactions, such as Baker Mayfield versus Joe Burrow is the NFL's next great quarterback rivalry. Oh. It was a good game on Sunday. Total overreaction. Would you agree?
100%.
He also said nobody wants to play the Lions. Because after starting 0-2, they've been playing against some solid teams, and they've been getting it together and having some wins that embarrass their opponents. So he's saying nobody wants to play the Lions because they'll make you look silly. Overreaction, true or false?
I'm gonna say overreaction mainly because the Falcons just falconed themselves Sunday. They should have lost that game.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Another overreaction. Dak Prescott was the NFL MVP before his injury. I don't think his record showed that of an MVP. I think his yards were nice. His touchdown to interception ratio was not nice. His team's record was not nice. So I would call this an overreaction. Would you agree?
Yeah. You do have to win games to be considered an MVP.
I agree. So now my problem is, Mr. Mendoza, how you can say that it's an overreaction to say that Larry Fitzgerald should be considered among the best wide receivers of all time. That seems like a perfectly reasonable, if not logical, take to me. I think one of the, I mean, I could spend the next, hour and a half talking about Larry Fitzgerald's reliability, his pass catching abilities, his leadership on and off the field. I'm just gonna bring up one play from the Cardinals' win against the Seahawks. Is when they were marching the ball down the field, and whoever it was, fucking Slapdick Jones, caught the ball and was down in the field of play. Larry Fitzgerald runs over, grabs the ball out of dude's hands, and hands it to the center and lines up. Because he knows time is sensitive, and to wait for all the Seahawks players who know what to do in this situation, wait for them to get off the guy so he can run over and bring it to the center. He saved precious seconds on the clock. That's a GOAT play. That's what I said as soon as that happened. I was like, that's a Hall of Fame career-defining play.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even during he didn't even touch the ball. That was that dude. To say that Larry Fitzgerald, it's an overreaction to call him one of the greatest receivers of all time. We talked about this before I even came up with this as my burnt take, and we agreed that
I brought this up to you last Sunday night.
Exactly, and we agreed that he can eat, like, without breaking a sweat, he can make top 5 wide receivers of all time. And realistically, he's top 10. You can't name 10 receivers better than Larry Fitzgerald.
I struggled. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you got the Rices and the Mosses, but like, if you look at a all around package receiver, second in receiving yards, second in receptions, one of the best blocking receivers of all time. Like, I say 3 or 4. I don't know who else I can really name above him. If you look at just overall, like, this dude doesn't drop the ball either. That's the thing too. Like does he? Isn't he has the stat that he has more tackles than drops. So that's how I see it. That's just me.
I mean, I'm with that absolutely. I think Mendoza, I like what you're doing. I think NFL overreactions. That's a powerful article type to be putting out there to put to wash some of the crazier concepts out there. But, like, put some respect on his name.
And if not, we'll kill you.
Speaking of respect on his name, would you please take some respect off of this idiot's name?
Yeah, Bruce Arians is a fucking joke. He's gonna win. Like, we need to talk about this. He's gonna win fucking Coach of the Year for something that he didn't do. He just happened to, be there. Back in March, he said it's not gonna happen. He said the potential of adding the wide receiver, Antonio Brown. There's no room. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not a fit here. Arians also went on to say that Brown is not a fit in our locker room. Oh, okay. So is this your team, or is Tom Brady going to win Coach of the Year? Is that what we need to give him the Coach of the Year? Because it sounds like Tom Brady has your fucking little dang-a-lang fucking by the fucking balls, dude. Like, grow up, man up to your own shit, and stick to your word. Stick to your fucking word. You're a little bitch for that. I fucking hate you, Bruce Arians.
I mean, if you didn't hate the man because of his hat, that fucking hat, I don't know. That paints the whole picture.
Yeah, so
he looks like an art dealer that wandered onto the football field.
He's like, oh hey, X's O's, I could do something with that.
He said, "What a pretty painting." Oh, hi, Tom. So, yeah, I'm with that. I mean, stick to your word. It wasn't unrealistic at all for him to say that Antonio Brown wasn't a fit. So what changed?
Tom Brady?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, depending on when he said that, Tom Brady could have been on the team already.
No, yeah, and from what it looks like, it says Tom Brady may want to bring Antonio Brown with him to Tampa Bay in March 19th, but it doesn't sound like Coach Bruce Arians enjoyed his previous time with AB, because I guess they were together. I'm not, obviously, with Pittsburgh somewhere. So there was a definitive Bruce Arians, we're not signing him. But I guess this is a classic. I'll take all the credit if it works out sort of thing. Like that's just Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians is gonna be like, he's literally just gonna take all the credit if it works out.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be like, what a genius move to bring in Tom Brady and Gronk and.
We all knew Tom Brady. Like we all knew that. I mean, we didn't know it, but once Tom Brady came out, like there was like sneak peeks of stuff with Gronk. But like, once again, I kind of lost respect for Gronk to only play with one quarterback, and like I feel like it was more value to him to prove himself with somebody else. But I get it. I guess I get it, but I still don't like it. But Gronk, I don't know. Yeah, that's a whole different story. AB. Good luck. Good luck with all the mouths to feed. Don't bitch about when you don't get the ball.
That'd be nice. They definitely have mouths to feed. They have multiple running backs to feed over there. So not even touching those receivers who deserve to get touches, but with the running backs alone. I just wanted to say to your point about Bruce Arians and Antonio Brown having history. I didn't know that, so I looked into it, and what I'm seeing is that Bruce Arians was the OC for Pittsburgh for Antonio Brown's first 2 years in the league, and then he left for Indy.
Okay, so
that's an interesting fun
fact. So it seems like, once again, AB's been an issue from the start of his career. It's just that Mike Tomlin's just a god tier at fucking handling them.
Word.
So, yeah, that's the burnt take. Go fuck yourself, Bruce.
I also want to say, I don't know if I'm seeing this right. Maybe it's his practice squad jersey, but is Antonio Brown wearing 81 for the Bucks?
Dude, I thought he was gonna wear 19. Antonio Brown, Bucks number.
That's so cursed.
Oh, it is 81. Ugh.
That's so cursed. What was he? He was 17 in New England or something.
84 with the Steelers. 81. What? Bro, he's trying to be like Randy Moss. Because Randy Moss went to New England and...
Yup.
He's trying to be like Randy Moss. I don't believe the hype. You're like fucking 5'2".
That's depressing.
Yeah, I just don't know how nobody... I don't understand... Antonio Brown's a personality. We know this. Mike Evans is a personality, but he's a good personality. He has his team's back. Like we've seen him when he laid out Marshawn Lattimore.
That's great.
I think he did it twice. But like he has his team's back. But it's just going to be very interesting to see how people don't complain about getting the ball, because you have Godwin, Evans, Gronk, and AB, and Scotty Miller, and fucking OJ Howard, and fucking Cameron Brate. Like, I'm not saying
and Ronald Jones, and LaShawn McCoy, and Leonard Fournette, and sometimes Keyshawn Vaughn.
Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a self-destruction eventually, but I wouldn't put it past AB destroying that locker room.
That'd be nice to see, honestly. Like, fuck the Bucks 2020.
Dude, they got a bunch of old guys for cheap, and then capitalized on people that they like Leonard Fournette. They capitalized on that, but they haven't really used him that much. Ronald Jones is a dog, so
yeah.
Leonard Fournette's more of an insurance policy, I think. So. All right, well, that's it. I'm good.
I'm good too.
So, all right, y'all. That's the end of the episode. We fucking love you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you. And yeah, I'm good. A great, decent week of football. Not like nothing exciting. I think it's gonna be fine.
I mean, it's always fun when there's NFL football going on.
Bring back Tuesday night games.
Bring back Tuesday night games. Like, come on, COVID. That's the one thing you've been getting right. Like, fucking over the Patriots in Tuesday night games. Come on.
Damn.
Come on.
All right, yo. All right, let's get out of here, Theo. We love y'all.
Always strive and prosper.
Doses.